So attack and defense mode, that's these buttons. Now you can use them with hotkeys. This is E and that's Q. So you can hold them down while you can simultaneously press all these different buttons rather than using the mouse to hold these down, and then you can't press these buttons at the same time. So Q and E. Now what are they good for? This gives you a huge range boost, and it also gives you about 75% less damage taken, even when you're standing in the open. So you'll survive almost 4 times as long while you've got this button held down. So fantastic this is. This gives you increased damage. It's actually increased accuracy, but it translates as increased damage. And a speed boost. This also gives you the same speed boost, but with this, your men usually try to hang back behind cover. Where this is a speed boost, where it tells you men to run forward. So this is more appropriate as a speed boost, really, to run forward. So the next thing that's important is this lasts about twice as long as this. So again, this is a lot better than this in that sense, because it lasts longer, a lot longer. So each one of these buttons is useful for different items. This button's better when used with the heavy gunner and vehicles, because with the heavy gunner they don't try and hide behind cover, so it doesn't spread your men out. They don't waste time moving about, and the increased range with the heavy gunner is massive. You can outrange virtually anything in the game when using the defense mode with the heavy gunner. The only exception to that rule, I think, is the enemy sharpshooter. Where if you try to use defense mode with, say, Warpips or Pipsqueaks, they'll all try and get behind different parts of cover. Your men will end up spreading out, and when you let go of this, they'll all be spread out, and the enemy will usually be blobbed up, so they'll be able to take on each one of your spread out units individually, taking them out bit by bit. Okay, so defense mode, good for heavy gunner. Attack mode, good for Pipsqueaks and Warpips. So the next thing that's important with these attack and defense is when you're attacking the enemy objective. Counterintuitively, you don't use, it's not so wise to use the attack mode when attacking the enemy objective. The best button is actually to use the defense mode. There's 2 reasons to this. One is your men last four times as long with the minus 75% damage taken. But also, when you are approaching the enemy objective, if you press the defense mode, you can first of all shoot it from further away, but also you can get your men to split into 2 different groups. So some of your men will shoot the enemy objective, and some of your men will hang back and not shoot it. Now that might sound bad at first, because you want all of your men shooting the enemy objective because you want to kill it. Well, not really, because if all of your men are shooting the enemy objective, they're locked onto it now. So when the enemy spawn in some troops, they're going to shoot at your men, and your men are not going to shoot them back. They are locked onto the enemy objective. They won't shoot spawning in people. But the men that are hanging back will shoot them because they're not locked onto the objective. So using defense mode when attacking the enemy objective lets you survive longer, and gives you cover against the incoming spawning enemy. So it's just much better, much better.